Hello everyone, back again with another video. So this is some charity shop pickups. So I've literally just put the pile over here, I'll bring them over. Literally picked them up this morning, I guess it was, earlier today. Recording this on Friday the 3rd of January. Don't know if I'll upload this today, we'll see. But yeah, got some quite good things at cheap prices. Try not to get too many DVDs, but when you see three for £1 with some titles I don't have, I'll probably eventually upgrade them onto Blu-ray or 4K, but some I want to kind of watch at the moment, which I don't own. Probably not on streaming, I don't really check the streaming services much. So yeah, I got a few DVDs, a few Blu-rays, and some, I think, PS2 games. I won't talk about them too much, but yeah, I've been going in charity shops for a long time. Check them. Yeah, my little hometown, Keynsham, it's about 10 charity shops in the high street. I think charity shops pay no rent or like 80% discount on letting rent, what is it called? So where, you know, some shops are getting charged 100,000 a year and they're struggling to stay open because they're not making enough to warrant it. That's why you see a lot of charity shops around. Also like buying from charity shops, so I know the money's going to charity. Obviously, without going into it too much, I do sort of donate some money to charities and things, so it's nice to sort of give them some money and get something back for it. Yeah, got quite a few rare ones and stuff. I've not checked on CX the prices of them. I know they're all good value, but yeah, one or two I think when I check might actually be worth more than I bought them for, so might be worth trading in. Yeah, so usually when I check, only find like one or two decent things throughout like the whole 10 charity shops I think there is where I live. Whereas this time I found loads. I'm guessing just after Christmas, people either traded in a load, so I say traded, give them in, donated them just before Christmas to clear their collection to make way for more stuff, or it was unwanted presents, or, you know, they've got it on Blu-ray, traded in the DVD. But yeah, I was quite surprised. A few I'll talk about when I got to them. They had like nearly every Steven Seagal film there on Blu-ray, about £1 each, but I'm not a fan of him as a martial artist. He's a bit of a phony. He's not really good at martial arts. He's always been blagging, bit of a dickhead apparently in real life, and yeah, not a fan of his films. But what I did buy, I'll get to when I show it. The lady at the till said that about 20 thrillers that they had there on Blu-ray, about 10 martial arts, were all donated by some 80-year-old woman. So quite funny to think she was sat at home watching like Steven Seagal and martial arts films in her living room. Like, right, let's get on with some of them then. So yeah, I won't talk about these too long. I'll just kind of show them and talk about the price, I guess. So, Mortal Kombat Deception on PS4. Oh, sorry, PS4. PS2. So I used to have this one on the Xbox 360, but I think I traded it in years ago. It's now quite expensive on the 360. This one was $5.99. That seems quite a lot. I think they got it for about £10 or so in CX. And yeah, it comes with the manual, the disc. Let me check it into scratched. In really good condition. But yeah, this is one I was kind of hoping to pick up anyway. So it's not like one I've just bought because I've seen it there. Or, you know, I thought I better get the, you know, with some of the DVDs, I had to make them up. I think some were £5 for £1. So I got one or two I once sort of besotted with just to make it into the number. But yeah, really good condition. Happy to get that one for £6. Got Splinter Cell on the PS2. Quite an old classic. £1.50. The Platinum Edition. Comes with the manual and the game. See, is there any more? Oh yeah, I've got another couple of PS2 games. I think that's all of them then. So you've got Mission Impossible. £1. Comes with the manual and the disc. I'll check the disc properly later, make sure we're not too scratched up. And Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. So the other two games are ones I've played and really like, whereas these, not sure if they're great, but yeah, for £1 each, even if they're a bit crap, just sort of boost my collection of PS2 and I could always trade them in. These two, I was literally saying in the comments of Ollie Loves Film that I haven't ever seen any of the new Planet of the Apes films. So yeah, I was happy, kind of coincidentally came across these in one of the charity shops. So you got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Not sure what the very newest one's called, but I am going to try and get that. I think it's probably out now, but yeah, I thought I'd better watch these. So yeah, I think there's a trilogy of them. These were 99p each, or 2 for £1. Good value. And yeah, quite often, it seems weird, like coincidentally, I talk about certain films in the WhatsApp groups, or commenting on other people's YouTube. I say I want to see it, and then the next day in CEX or a charity shop, I'll find it. So yeah, kind of a bit of a coincidence. But yeah, happy to get those 2 for £1. I have seen the old Planet of the Apes. Don't know if I've seen all of them, but I've definitely seen the original with Charlton Heston. I think that's the one where he says, "Get your filthy hands off me, you damn ape," or something like. I've got another. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, another 2 in the 2 for £1. So that one at 99p called Loving. I think it's a bit of a drama. Written and directed by Jeff Nichols, who I am heard of. I think I've seen other films by him. But yes, got Joel Edgerton, who I've heard of, and Ruth Negga. I've heard of her name, don't know what I've seen her in, but yeah, saying here like career-defining performance and things by her. So yeah, obviously got those 2 at the 2 for £1. Was interested in that one, and then thought, well, I better just pick up another one, even if it's not something I'm sure on. So yeah, got this Bad Teacher. Not really heard much about it, but it looks like a comedy. Cameron Diaz, who I really like. Justin Timberlake, don't know if he's a great actor. And Jason Segel, directed by Jake Kasdan. So yeah, I mean, 50p this was, so even if it's bad, I'll pass it on to somebody. Yeah, it looks like a kind of funny comedy. Right, let's show a few of the DVDs. So you got this one was £1, but it's the big box edition of Blade 2. It's one I've been looking to get for a while, so I've got Blade 1 and Blade 3 on DVD. And then yeah, this is a Guillermo del Toro one. So let me double check. Doesn't actually say on there, but I'm pretty sure it's directed by Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, found it on the front. So yeah, I would rather have it on Blu-ray. I don't know if they've done them on 4K. I think you can probably get a box set of like the 3 Blade films. But yeah, I picked up one in the pound shop years ago, Blade 1. Blade Trinity, which I don't think is meant to be great. Picked that up in CX. I think it was CX for about £1. Then this one £1. So yeah, to get all 3 for £3. And I am going to do a Guillermo del Toro ranking. So that was one of the ones missing from the collection. Jack Frost, still sealed. So yeah, I did say recently in my films I watch at Christmas, if anybody's watched that video. Let me move back a bit, I'm getting out of frame. I don't own too many Christmas films, so I thought I'd get some now, ready to watch next Christmas. Yeah, I watched this with my family a few Christmases ago. My mum really loves this film. Really heartwarming, Michael Keaton film. There is a horror version, well, not a version of this, but a horror film called Jack Frost, which looks like kind of silly B-movie fun. And I think there's a sequel to it. I remember always seeing the original horror one in the VHS shop, and used to go like that, and it was laminated, and it would go from a normal snowman to an evil one. But yeah, it's quite a endearing sort of emotional film. Obviously an old classic, Casablanca. So yeah, sorry, this, let me see if I've got all 5 of them together. Yeah, I think this is the ones. Were 5 for £1. So yeah, that one's still sealed. Obviously, I would like to have these on Blu-ray, but I thought 5 for £1 on DVD bolsters the DVD collection till I upgrade them. Once I do, I can pass them on to somebody. And yeah, sealed White Christmas. So Irving Berlin's. So I think Stuart George and Roy Barrett have both said they enjoy this one. So I heard this is quite a classic one. Can I see a year on it? Can't see a year, but I think it's an older film by the look of it. Yeah, sorry, Casablanca. I think I started showing that one and got off on a tangent. Have seen this. We watched this at school years ago. Obviously years ago since I've been at secondary school. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It is known as being one of the best made films of all time. So yeah, Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, Paul Hendried. Who's it directed by? Michael Curtis. At least I've heard of him. Music by Max Steiner. Yeah, a lot of people say this is one of the best films ever made, along with Citizen Kane. And is it called Red River? I hear a lot of good things about. Obviously, I do enjoy my... Check the discs in, and that felt light. I do enjoy my Scooby-Doo film, especially The Reluctant Werewolf, childhood favourite, which I've got on VHS. So yeah, obviously I had to get 5 for £1. So I chose 4 of them, and then I thought, yeah, get that one. Don't think I ever seen this as a kid. Don't think it's as old as Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. But yeah, I'm sure it's fun. I always enjoyed Scooby-Doo, whether it's a series, even the live-action film with Sarah Michelle Gellar and what's the lady that plays Velma? I think Sarah Michelle Gellar is meant to be more attractive, but I always thought Velma was sexier, especially the end bit when she takes off her glasses and she's all dressed up. I can't nearly got the woman's name on the tip of my tongue. I think she was in Curse of La Llorona. And then yeah, the 5th one to make it up to £1, Battle of the Bulge. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to watch more war films, more westerns, more classics. I have seen this when I was a kid and really enjoyed it. When I used to go be babysat by my nan and granddad when we were quite young, my granddad would always have on westerns or war films or old classics and like boxing films and stuff. So watched this one with him, did really enjoy it. But yeah, not seen this in like 30 years. So I thought, it's not just ones I want to own. Being a film fan, I guess you kind of got to own things like Casablanca. But I do want to watch them. So all I can get them on at the moment, quite cheap DVD to watch, and I'm happy with that. Show a few more Blu-rays. So these were £1 each. I think it was 3 for £1. So you've got Ong Bak 3 with Tony Jaa. So yeah, Ong Bak 1, one of the best martial arts films I've ever seen. The stunts and stuff Tony Jaa does in it is insane. He'll literally like jump in the air, tuck into a ball, and jump through like a hoop of barbed wire, which is only like a foot in diameter. One, he does like a sideways cartwheel flip between 2 pieces of glass. One, he runs across about 8 guys' shoulders and then kicks one in the face. It's all really him doing it. So Jackie Chan, even Tom Cruise are good for their stunt acting. But yeah, the stunts that Tony Jaa does. He's a good fighter. He does, I think it's Muay Thai, which type of kickboxing. But the fighting's impressive, especially when people pull a gun on him and they'll disarm him and beat him up. But yeah, the stunts he does with the jumping and the athletics. One bit he does the splits and slides backwards under a car. Haven't seen this one yet. Got Ong Bak the beginning, which isn't as great. Warrior King's really good with Tony Jaa. Bit when a power guy throws a baby elephant through a window. It's quite crazy. But yeah, Ong Bak 1, absolutely mind-blowing stunt work and fighting in general, and a good story. So yeah, I heard this isn't as good. But yeah, again, for like, what's like 33p or so, happy with that. Man on a Ledge. I think this is maybe based on a story by Stephen King. But yeah, I remember when this came out on the cinema, then originally to Blu-ray, and heard quite good things about it. Heard it's quite tense. But yeah, again, was going to get mostly this Tony Jaa one, and I thought, if it's 3 for £1, then not so much making up the numbers, because I do want Man on the Ledge, and I do want this one I'm about to show, 22 Bullets. So never seen this, but it's got Jean Reno from Leon. I think he's also in The Fifth Element. Definitely in Leon, which is one of my favourite films ever. Seems kind of similar sort of thriller. It does tell me, directed by Richard Berry, who I've heard of, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like a French-made film. It'd be a good sort of action gangster thriller. So yeah, those were 3 for £1. Ong Bak 3, 22 Bullets, and Man on a Ledge. Obviously at that kind of price, even if I watch it and don't like it, you've lost 33p, but I'll always move it on to another YouTuber I'm friends with, or might even be able to get a bit of money in CEX for some of these. Sometimes you get more than you paid for. And then here I've got DVDs. So I think most of these, can't remember exactly, I think most were 49p, maybe some were in like 3 for £1. Obviously I bought so many today I struggled to fit them in my backpack to bring them home. Let's start with a Stuart George favourite, Ghost. Watched this about 10 times plus as a kid, but not seen it in years. Eventually I do want to upgrade this onto like 4K. So I think Nikki from Skin Crawlers got him it as a Christmas present, and Stuart said it's a really good picture. But yeah, I really enjoyed this as a kid. Used to be a bit scared of the bit when, I guess it meant to be demons. When people die, bad people, they sort of shadow people, come and pull them through the floor. And yeah, it used to like creep me out as a kid, that bit. The scene with, you can see it on the back actually, when it's playing Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers, and Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore doing their little clay bit. It's been, satired quite a lot of times. But the other day when I was watching Matter of Loaf and Death, the 4th in the Wallace and Gromit series, there's a bit when him and the baker woman are doing the pottery, and it's just really funny. I think Family Guy, maybe this, since everyone's parodied that, it is a brilliant scene. Talking of Stuart George, another one he's recommended. So Westworld. I think there's a more modern one of this that's not maybe as good. But yeah, heard really good things about this original Westworld. So written and directed by Michael Crichton. I didn't actually know that. So he writes the book of Jurassic Park. A few other sci-fis. I didn't know he'd actually gone into directing. Starring Yul Brynner, Richard Benjamin, James Brolin. Music by Fred Karlin. Yeah, it kind of looks like is it like a futuristic sci-fi version of Wild West film with like robots? But yeah, I've never really even seen this about in CX or anything. Probably can't get it on Blu-ray or 4K. But yeah, happy just to get it on DVD to watch this one for now. This one I've actually been wanting to get on 4K. And it seems to be quite hard to find at about £20. I've seen it in CEX. Even the Blu-ray is about £8. So I got this one for 49p. It might have been free for £1 to Face Off. So really fun film with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. I think John Travolta in it is called Castor Troy. Haven't watched this until about 15, but yeah, along with Con Air, Predator, sort of some of my favourite action films from back then. I think it's like a 90s. Yeah, a few people I spoke to said it ain't the best made film, but I want to go back and rewatch it. So happy to get it for that price. And you've got Oliver, which I've watched as a kid but never actually owned. I think, is this the musical? No, there's quite a few versions of Oliver. I know the one Sammy G's got on VHS is the original musical one in like a blue kind of case. Can't seem to see a year. This is 25p. Oh yeah, a few I'll show now. Yeah, 25p I got these. So crazy, the prices there. Yeah, so starring Mark Lester, Oliver Reed as Bill Sykes. Oh yeah, so I don't think this is the old sort of 50s musical. I think this must be like 70s. Why can I never find a year on these when I'm looking for it? Sure, Sammy G or Stuart George will know. I know they love Oliver. Quite a few of the adaptations of it. But yeah, I'm guessing this might be like the 70s kind of one rather than the musical one. Another one at 25p, Paranormal Activity. It's one I've never owned. I only watched, a bit of it on streaming. I fell asleep halfway through. That's not anything to do with the film, but I've been up since 5 in the morning and started watching it about 10 at night after a hard day at work. And yeah, just fell asleep halfway through. But obviously it is a seminal, important film. I thought for 25p, even if I don't like it, I can always send it on, or I don't throw them in the bin because obviously it's like going to landfill. I give them to charity shop or recycle them. But even if you get rid of it, what's 25p, you know? This one I've never seen, but a real big fan of the original Mighty Ducks. So yeah, it's Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks Are the Champions. I don't know if this is a second or the third. Still got Emilio Estevez, which I'm quite surprised because sometimes these later sequels don't have like the original people in. Music by David Newman, directed by Stephen Herrick. I mean, it says 25p, but I think because it says gift aid, you can see that. Usually the gift aid sticker means it's going to go through at like £5 for £1 or 3 for 50p, it might have been. Yeah, Mighty Ducks, have to get round to watching that. Predator 2, crazy enough, I've never owned this. Well, I think years ago I had Predator 1 and 2 in a double box set. Once I upgraded Predator onto Blu-ray, Predator was the first Blu-ray I ever bought. Never had a Blu-ray player until I got, I think it's the PS4 it must have been, so like over 10 years ago. And yeah, I think it was worth quite a lot in CX, so I traded them both in. So I shouldn't have really traded in Predator 2 and I haven't got a copy of it. But yeah, happy to get that one for 25p, or what would it work out? 16, 17p if it was free for 50p, which I think it was with the gift aid sticker again. Yeah, I do enjoy this one. Really good ending. Good how it's set in the city. Danny Glover's good in it. Not really a spoiler to say because it's happened, but at the end of it, they do show inside the spaceship and there's a load of different alien skulls. There's one that looks like an elephant, one's like a kind of humanoid. And then it does show the skull from the Xenomorph from Ridley Scott's Alien. And obviously there was a lot of hype. It wasn't until about 20 years later when Alien vs Predator came out. One of my favourite films, John Hughes film. Macaulay Culkin in it. John Candy, one of my favourite John Candy films. Yeah, it's a really funny comedy. Yeah, I love this. Watched this a lot as a kid. Watched it a few years ago during lockdown. I'm surprised how much I still enjoyed it. Some really good lines, like when his niece in it's got a horrible boyfriend, and he's pretending to like get the drill out the boot to attack him. Bit when he asks Macaulay Culkin and the sister if they clean their teeth, and they lie and say yeah, and he says he knows a forensic detective that can check if their toothbrush is wet and stuff. Yeah, really witty. John Candy, brilliant in everything. I've seen him in Spaceballs. What's it called? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But yeah, probably my favourite John Candy film. And then this one I've saved for last because I think this is out of print and quite rare. Don't think it's ever been released on anything other than DVD. Not sure I'll actually like the film. Very strange premise. But it's basically called Rubber. It's about a tyre, a sentient tyre, that rolls around and it explodes people's heads, scanner style, using telepathy. Obviously a really bizarre premise. Yeah, not sure if I'll enjoy it, but I'm going to have to check on CX. But when I used to see this one in FOP, I think it was, 10 years ago, it was always like over 10 quid. Never seen it anywhere in a long time. So yeah, I'm guessing this one is out of print or something. Yeah, that one was £1. I think that's the most I've paid for any of these DVDs. But yeah, I'm guessing it's out of print and worth a bit. Quite a hard one to pick up, so a nice one to get in the collection. But yeah, that's everything I've got at the charity shop. My New Year's resolution was kind of to get these videos down in length. But last one ended up 30 minutes showing the Video Nasties collection, and this one's gone on for nearly 22, so I'm not doing too successfully at the moment, but as you know, I like to, you could call it waffle or talk informatively about films, depending on your perspective. But yeah, I did have a lot to show. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26 titles. Cost me about, I'll have to check on my bank, because obviously I pay on my card, it goes out, but it must have been less than £15. And yeah, for 4 PS2 games, that usually retail for like £5 or so each in CEX. Yeah, quite happy with that. Probably the best charity shop haul I've ever had. Thanks for watching, everybody. Never really say it, but like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Let me know if you've seen any of these, and yeah, I'm going to keep checking my charity shops. But yeah, I guess just because it's been Christmas, I've had a bit of a bumper haul compared to what I usually get. Happy New Year, everybody. Sure everybody had a good evening. I'll be back again soon with another video. I'm not sure what the next video planned is going to be. We'll find out when I upload it. Right, thanks everybody, bye.